Merry Christmas! It's Christmas 2021. Yay! We have done it. One more Christmas. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Rosemary Ngoge, your sister in growth. Welcome to this day's video. Have you subscribed? Please subscribe. Have you shared with your friends? Do all the people that you know about this channel? Please let's share. Yes, it's Christmas time. We are home. Home is a beautiful place. They even say home is where the heart is. Is your heart at home? Is your heart at home? Today I want to talk about something that I am this time round. I'm bringing to us an awareness of what may be happening in our homes that we are not ready for, that we're not so sure about. That's what I'm talking about this time. During the Christmas season, we are expected to be home, and it is very, very good for us to be home and interact with family. And this family sometimes causes a bit of anxiety, that you feel a bit anxious, you're not so sure. And we asked ourselves previously, in the video the previous video, we asked, must we go home? So you have already fought with the battling of whether or not you should go home, and you're home. So how do you live and make that holiday worthwhile? How do you make sure that you get to enjoy that time at home? And in this home, it may not be a very healthy family. Remember, most of our families are dysfunctional. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Imagine your family may be dysfunctional, just that the degree of dysfunctionality matters. So probably the home that you're living in is a home that you have been needing a bit of work to heal from some pains that happened in your family. And there is nothing wrong with your family, by the way. It's normal. Very many families are dysfunctional. People have chosen to heal, and those people that choose to heal usually are the ones that shock the family. They are the ones that my family members usually ask, what's wrong with you? Why are you like this? Why don't you love family? Yeah, and it is okay for you to be that person. So I'm asking you, that person, you don't like it. You're not happy with being home. Actually, the thought that you're going home raises a lot of anxiety for you. Now, what do you do? How do you maneuver? How do you enjoy this holiday season and you're happy? That's what we're going to be talking about. We are going to look at 6 things. 6, they're actually very many. We are going to do so many things. 6 things are going to make it easy for you, are going to make the holiday season enjoyable, because you're going to take charge of your holiday. How do you take charge? What do you do? The first thing that you need to do, remember, guys, by the way, let me tell you, that nasty auntie will be there. That uncle who does the wrong things will be there. That your brother who's not pleasant is going to be there. That question that your mother has kept on asking is going to be there. Imagine they're not going anywhere. Imagine, and they're not changing, by the way. Let's get this thing clear. They are not changing. They're not going to be different this year. They're going to just be as they have always been. So what do you do? First thing you need to do is to adjust your attitude. What do you mean? What do I mean by adjusting your attitude? Sometimes the issues are just in your head. Sometimes you are just focusing on what has been negative about these people. These people have hurt you. It's true. It's actually acceptable. They have hurt you. They have not been very good to you. Adjust your attitude. Focus on the good things. Just decide, over this Christmas season, I will only see the best things about my mother, my brother, my father, that one person, that one individual you want to strangle. Focus on the good things about them. Just think about them. Just think of the best meal they make. Just think of the good things, the positive things you can think about them. That way you might actually be very shocked that you will. And please begin this before. Begin this before you get to the environment, before you get to interact with these people. Be so engrossed in the positivity about these people. Think about just the positives about this person, these whole individuals. In fact, even your family. Think about the amazing family that it is. Don't think about the things that were done, that were wrong, that were not as you would have expected. Just adjust your attitude. Just a little bit adjustment of your attitude may just change the entire experience. Something I have done. When I anticipated issues, they came. When I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go home and enjoy the holiday, I'm going to enjoy everything about today, or about the 2 days I'll be home, or about the single few hours I'll be home. I have found myself enjoying the season. I have found myself not really focusing on what they did. So yes, I will just adjust my attitude. I will focus on the positive. So let's make sure you focus on the positive attributes of your relatives. That is going to make it easier for you. The other thing that you need to do, thing number 2, is to have realistic expectations. Just have realistic expectations. As I have said, that nasty auntie will not change. People just do not change. They have lived like that, like how they have lived for a very long time. They have been like this for a very long time. So you're not expecting them to change. So don't go with unrealistic expectations. This year, nobody's going to talk to me the way they have always spoken to me. I will give them my space. I will not allow. Just have realistic expectations. That way, you will not, and you will not be, when your expectations are not very high, they are normal. You know, auntie's gonna be unrealistic. Auntie's gonna cross my path. She always does anyway. When she does it, it doesn't shock you. It doesn't take you by surprise. Sometimes it doesn't even get to you because you kinda anticipated. You're like, auntie's like this. It's very, very important that you do that. It's very, very important that you have expectations. And then one thing that you have realistic expectations. Then something else that it is very, very important that you begin to do is to change or to reduce your interaction with these difficult relatives. Yes, they're there. They're not changing. But now what do? Reduce interactions with them. Just reduce that. If you know there's this auntie who says bad things or who speaks to you in a certain way, like I have always said, I have struggled with weight. So I really do not like hanging out with people who focus on my weight a lot. What I decided is that you focus on my weight, focus on my life, focus on the things I've not done right. And you know what? Sometimes they're just trying to shine the spotlight on you so that nobody gets to shine the spotlight on them. So what I do, don't spend time with people who are going to cause me pain. I look for people who I love, who I enjoy being with, who celebrate me, who will tell me when I'm going wrong lovingly. Those are the people I spend a lot of time with because I want to take care of my space. So spend time with the people that you love, people that you enjoy with, people that you love to spend time with, people that, yes, they're in your family. You know that cool cousin, that amazing auntie. You know, I always say in every family is this crazy auntie and awesome auntie. So don't go with crazy auntie, don't go with the crazy uncle, don't go with that other lady, the lady gentleman who causes you pain. Go and spend time with your cool cousins, with that auntie that is usually nice, the one you take selfies with. Go and spend time with that one. Choose where you're going to spend your time. The other one is something I have had for a very, very long time, and I have really learned to do it. It is keeping off difficult conversations or difficult topics. All right? Those topics that can get a bit upsetting. Topic number 1. So when are you getting married? You've refused to get married. You, Kwanzaa, what is wrong with you? You have refused all the men in town. All you are doing is drinking their money, eating their money, and you're not. Oh, so now you've been married for 3 years. Haven't you had children? Steer off those conversations, because those conversations usually can be very upsetting. They can be very, very upsetting. Steer off those conversations. If they come your way, tell them, let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. Keep off those conversations, because they end up upsetting people. They end up causing a lot of strife in the family, and you end up yourself getting hurt. Because you see, for example, it's your cousin who got married 3 years ago. They haven't been able to get a child, and you do not know the struggles they're going through. But you're like Rosemary, who got a child out of wedlock. So you're here. They may be very defensive. They might be very defensive, and they might say something that will hurt you. So what do? Keep off those conversations. I laugh and tell people, I have been in places where I want to ask a question. I feel like I want to be nosy. I really feel like I want to not mind my business, which is very wrong. I learned to mind my business, by the way. But then I think, what if that question is brought to me? What if that whole chat is now being asked to me? Why are you not married? Why don't you have a child? Or why haven't you added? Or why are you like this? Why haven't you been able to make it in money circles? Other people are making it. Do not get into those conversations. Keep off. Even someone who's struggling with drug and substance abuse, msimuingilie nyinyi wote. So when everybody is talking and you tell them, can't we just talk about something else? Why do we have to really talk about them? Can we talk about how the year has been? Just make sure, help them to diffuse and get off that conversation. That conversation that can be very upsetting. Don't participate in a space where someone is going to be upset. Do not get into that very difficult, upsetting, tenseful or tense conversation. Get off that one. Make sure within your power that conversation doesn't happen. All right? That's going to make us happy. That's going to make us very, very happy, all of us. That tense moment will diffuse and people will be happy. The other thing that we really, really need to do is to accept that you have control of only yourself. I have said this over and over and over and over again. The only person you can control is you. The only reaction you can control is your own. So stop controlling other people's reactions. Stop telling people, no, you should be happy. No, you should behave like this. You should do this. Stop. Allow people to be whoever they are, in whatever space they are, in themselves. Stop trying to manipulate people and control them. It never works. It never brings joy. It brings a lot of strife. Stop it. Concentrate on you. Focus on you. Deal with you. And let me tell you, by the way, and you will look like a snob, by the way, because guys will be like, kila mtu ameingililia Peter, mbona fulani hajamuingililia? Everyone is against this person. Everyone was talking about everyone was telling someone something, and Rosemary just didn't bother. And actually, that's the space I actually took in my family. Now, the other one is that be active. Be active. I have not said slave. I have not said you go there and wake up when in Kikuyu you say I have not told you to wake up at 3. No. I have told you just be active. Just be busy. Just make sure you're busy. And you don't have to be busy working. I mean, I always say the holiday season is not time to work. Like I like to say, wake up in the morning, make meals that are going to go all the way until evening. In fact, sometimes even until 26th. Yeah, if you can't freeze the food and eat it on 26th, you don't have to keep cooking and cooking and cooking. Like wake up, make breakfast, make lunch, make dinner. No. Just make sure you've done your meals. If it's meals you're making, when you're done with that, you can be busy doing your own other things. You can take a walk. Take a walk in the village. I mean, you haven't walked in the village for a very long time. Take a walk in the woods. Enjoy the bush. Enjoy the nice, beautiful, fresh air. Do that. Get to play with the kids. Pick a ball and play. Because, I mean, we have the fields in the villages. Get there and play. Tap at that ball so hard that you get to be so active. I mean, look for things to do just to be active. Sit down and watch a very funny, hilarious movie. Enjoy the movie. Be active. Don't be idle. Don't be in that space where the Bible says in Psalm chapter 1, do not be caught in this whatever of the wicked, in the counsel of the wicked. Because you see, when you're not busy, you will now sit there and start gossiping because you're not busy. And the topic will come. The upsetting topic will come. You will find yourself participating because you're very idle. Be busy. Go out there and walk. Christmas holidays must be amazing.